Hello, everyone. It's good to be talking with you again. I want to just bring some clarity and take some pressure off of you all. I know we're winding down, and there's so many things that I really want us to still be able to do and do well in getting ready for seventh grade. I took a step back. I reevaluated everything. I looked over all your papers you did for me, and I spoke with Mrs. Casabone, and we've agreed that I've randomly picked out some pages throughout the book. You may have already done them, but I'm going to teach them. We're going to work on them. If you've already mastered that skill, great. It's going to be fine. It's going to be just drilled in a little bit sharper. If you haven't gotten it or you didn't understand it at the time, you're going to get a hold of it now. So I'm going to scan tonight. I think I just did it. I sent it by email. Excuse me. Uh, some pages. I did say we're going to do subordinating conjunctions again, but um, I will do diagramming sentences. I just may not do it today or tomorrow. I may just wait till next week. But I will show you one quick thing that um, a lot of people are doing that they did wrong, and I'm going to show you that real quickly. When you do a compound subject, it's not writing Mike and Susan on the line. It's not even writing Mike, Susan, and on the line. Those are wrong. Okay? That's not how we do it. This is how we do it. All right? And this is one of the biggest things. A lot of you did the diagramming really well, but when you have a compound subject, you do it like this. And of course, you all know by now that I'm not an artist. And you do a dotted line there. Up here is Mike, subject number 1, subject number 2, joined by our contraction there, and then the verb goes on out there. Okay? Any questions about that? That's what I wanted to really make sure, because actually that was one of the biggest issues that people were having. Excuse me. And if you had adjectives describing this, then you would do the adjectives on these diagonal lines under the subject. Okay? So I will go over some more diagramming of sentences before this end next Friday. But I just wanted to touch base with you on that for right now. If I have more time tonight, I will go over that a little bit more. But for right now, you can go over your pages that I scan to you, whether you do it online or you do it, excuse me, print it off, whatever. I know we kind of need to take stock in printing companies and printing ink cartridges and everything like that right now. But anyway, let's just review some subordinating conjunctions. There's some common subordinating conjunctions that you're going to get. It's on page 9. And they are after, although, as, because, before, if, since, though, unless, until, when, whenever, where, wherever, while. Those are our common subordinating conjunctions. Now, an independent clause contains a subject and a predicate. It can stand all by itself. That's why it's called independent. It's by itself. All right. A dependent clause contains a subject and a verb, but since it does not have a complete thought, it cannot stand alone in a sentence. For example, because customers demand fish year-round. That's not a complete thought, okay? A subordinating conjunction and conjunctions are introductory words that make a clause dependent. For example, fish farmers raise many types of fish because customers demand fish year-round. You do not need a comma before because. I saw so many of you when you're rewriting your independent clauses putting a comma before because, a comma before since. It's not necessary, okay? You do not need to do that. When, you don't need to do that, okay? They join the dependent and the independent clause together. So you do not need a comma. This video is going to be a little bit longer than most of ours, and because I want to go over this with us, with you. Let's look at the guided practice when you get your papers. What you're going to do, and here's something else I want to clarify too. Read your instructions carefully. Some of the papers you were supposed to underline the subjects and the adjectives and everything like that, and you weren't doing that. In this exercise here, you're going to circle the subordinating conjunction in each sentence. Write I if the underlying clause is independent and D if it's dependent. So we have the first one is a subordinating conjunction. When people grow fish in a protected environment, they are fish farmers. So our subordinating conjunction is when. That whole clause, even though there are more words to it, it still cannot stand alone. When people grow fish in a protected environment. Okay, what about it? They are fish farmers. But you could say they are fish farmers, and that makes perfect sense. So that's a rule of thumb. So when is our subordinated conjunction? D is dependent. Number 2, since deep sea fishing can cause problems, fish farming or aquaculture is the future of the fishing industry. Since is my subordinating conjunction, and since deep sea fishing can cause problems, that can stand alone. It's independent. I want you to do sentence number 3 and 4, and then let's look at the independent practice on the next page that I'm going to send you as well. You're going to do the same thing. And after I just go through these directions for clarity, then this will end this video for now. Again, you're going to circle the subordinating conjunction in each sentence. Do not get them mixed up with conjunctions. Okay, they're different. The list is right there for you. Write I in the line when you write the phrase, if that is an independent clause or a dependent clause. And do numbers 1 through 10. Anything else that is assigned for tomorrow, don't do. This is the only thing that I want you to do tomorrow. Okay? And that's it. Have a great day, and I'll talk with you soon.